Well, welcome. Nice to be with you this fine afternoon, Sunday afternoon. So glad you found your way here to Community Church. I'm David Robinson. I was a pastor here up until this past January, and I retired, and it's lovely to step in and pinch hit for Pastor Nathan. He is away with his family in a Christmas celebration with the Edmonds. Anyway, I'm so glad to welcome the Northwest Piano Trio back again. I've known them for a decade. They began in 2014. Let's see here. What am I talking about here? I haven't done this in a while. Thank you for your generous support. All the proceeds that are given here, either by Venmo or by cash or by check, all of them go to the Northwest Piano Trio because they come and offer this as a gift to us in our community. They love playing here. They love playing here on the coast. They're from Portland. And thank you for your help in supporting them, supporting the arts in our community. Let's see. If you want a friend or a family member at home to watch while you're watching, they can do it on live stream. Get on your phone, text them, say, go to beachcommunity.org. The live stream is happening now, and then turn your phone off, which I'm going to do now. It'd be embarrassing if my phone rang. Let's see. A little bit about the Northwest Piano Trio. They were founded in 2014 by our cellist, Hannah Hillebrand, and they feature Esther Shem on violin and Stephanie Smith on piano, and they are based in Portland. They will return here 3 times in 2026, the early first half of 2026. They're coming in February 8th. That concert is called Almost Spring, because, of course, spring begins in March. So it's a winter concert, February 8th. All of them are on Sunday. They're all at 3 o'clock. April 18th, they are commissioning arrangements of classical Broadway pieces, classical pieces that are featured in Broadway. They're going to bring that here, premiere that here. It's awesome. On April 18th, and then May 31st, almost summer. So let's give a warm welcome to our dear friends. Thanks for coming back.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here on this not as stormy day as I was expecting it to be out here on the coast. I was hoping for a real violent howling of the winds while we played that variation of on Greensleeves, but we'll have to deal with that tomorrow, it sounds like. Thank you always for being our home away from home. We always enjoy being at this church. It has been, I believe, 10 years that Northwest Piano Trio has been coming out here, and without you guys here to support us, we wouldn't be making this trip. So thank you so much for filling these pews every time we come out here. We opened with one of our favorite arrangements that we have on this program. All of them are our favorites, to be quite honest. We are pretty big fans of the holidays in this group, so we all have our favorites. And the next set of pieces is actually the only thing that isn't going to be very noticeably, obviously, holiday music. We actually pull this from our last season's programming. And it's by a contemporary female composer named Elena Katz-Chernin, and she is an incredible composer, entirely unknown, especially on this side of the globe, and I highly recommend that you look her up. But she actually wrote a ballet called The Wild Swans, and this is a Wild Swans suite that she compiled and arranged for piano trio. And we are so excited to present the first three movements, of which I just think it fits in more with this holiday season than she probably could have imagined. This first movement, I very much feel a snowy, wintry scene going on, maybe the howling of the winds. Second movement, I personally see a lot of raindrops and maybe a little more than raindrops. Sometimes maybe it's a downpour. The third movement, I kind of see a wild holiday party. But I encourage you to close your eyes while we're playing and pick up your own imagery and see what you might program for the dancers if we were to have them here.
Thank you, guys. So, everybody has their holiday favorites, and for Esther, there is no Christmas without the Nutcracker. So, we're going to share with you next a couple movements from the Nutcracker, and we're going to follow that up with some things that some of you might recognize, some of you might not. For classical musicians, they are absolutely holiday staples, and that is the Corelli Christmas Concerto, followed by Handel's Messiah. So, if you're familiar with those pieces, you will recognize them. And fun fact about the Corelli Christmas Concerto, when Esther and I were younger, this is more than 10 years ago, we actually first met playing chamber music over this piece. And it was the first movement. We were really excited. We were having a great time. It was probably the second chord of the piece. I played the loudest wrong note. It was half a step off, absolutely awful. And we spent the rest of the performance avoiding eye contact and trying really hard not to laugh. So it was a bonding moment, and I guess it was meant to be, because here we are all these years later playing chamber music together. So hopefully there won't be any of those wrong notes today. But please enjoy the Nutcracker, followed by Corelli and some Handel.
Yes, Esther Shim on violin, right? I call that party tempo. Yes. Esther is beautifully recovering from a cold. We're so glad. It's been going on for a while, and she's doing really well now, so we'll just let her cough for just a second if she needs to. We think you did just fine on your 16th notes, my friend. I know, right? So much fun when she looks at you like, are you ready? I'm like, are you ready? Oh my gosh, what's happening? And Hannah and I are like, yeah! Sorry, Janae. I don't know what I did, but anyway, having a good time up here. Okay, our next piece is the Hanukkah Rhapsody. This piece was written just for us by a Portland cellist named Diane Chaplin. And I will say this is the first night of Hanukkah, so Hanukkah Sameach to anyone that is celebrating. And I always think of these live streams and these concerts as historic documentation. And so we stand in solidarity with the Jewish community, especially around the tragic shootings that happened last night in Australia. So peace to the world, yes. This collection is it's a collection of Hanukkah songs, which hopefully you will recognize. And then after that, we have a set of 3 songs, and I was struggling with how to introduce them. If I say they are pop songs, I think we all think of Mariah Carey. And that is not what they are. So one of Esther's friends, I was talking with him, and I go, man, what would I call this? And he goes, they're Christmas songs with a little c. And I went, very good. It's Christmas songs with a small c. I think you will understand when we get there what we mean by that. So please enjoy the Hanukkah Rhapsody, commissioned just for us, and followed by some little c Christmas songs. Commercial break is brought to you by Halls. Thank you.
Halls, if you're watching, please sponsor us.
Is it seasonably fresh?
It's fresh.
Oh. I'm awake. Okay. So for this first Little C Christmas song, there is a percussion part. I will be that percussion, and then afterwards, throughout the piece, as you feel so led, we believe in you.
I had the hat, and then Esther showed up at our Portland concert with her ears, and I'd forgotten my hat. It was really sad. So we had them both for today. So we're gonna play a couple carols for you now, and my experience of being a human being is that in order to feel complete, like a full human, I have to experience all of the range of emotions. And I recognize that for a lot of people around the holidays, while there is much joy and cheer, there is also much sadness. And there can be a lot of really hard feelings. So we're going to play a couple slower carols, and I think you'll recognize them both. And I think that it makes us more whole as humans and more whole as a community when we can recognize that with joy there is always a parallel struggle somewhere. And so we just want to be here with you if you might be feeling some of that around this time of year. And we invite you to just be present as a community and to enjoy these carols that I think you will recognize. So please enjoy.
Okay, we have one more in our folders for you. I think Esther has one more costume change. There you are, my friend. Thank you so very much for joining us for Simply the Holidays. Thank you to Cannon Beach Community Church for hosting us and for the maintenance of this absolutely beautiful piano and for making this space available to musicians and artists. We just thank you so very much for that. My little toy over here, this keyboard, wasn't that a riot? This, I actually purchased through my own studio, Miss Smith Presents, and I had the need. It's hilarious. I'm a chamber musician. I have been against microphones and electronic things until pandemic, and then I got very comfortable with live stream equipment and things like that. And I have started going out into the world with students and things like that, and there's a lot of venues that don't have pianos. Just straight up don't have a piano, living rooms, dining rooms, just wherever you want to be. And so, well, truly, man, there's some fun stuff that happens in the kitchen. Anyway, it's true. You always got room for a keyboard. Anyway, and so I finally just realized I need to purchase one. And so my studio rallied and donated so that I could purchase this keyboard. And then I got a notice that I had been awarded a grant by Artemis Arts, which is a nonprofit that supports women in the arts, and they underwrote in full this keyboard, and so all of the money that my studio gave for this, I transferred over to my scholarship fund. So I just want to say thank you so much to Artemis Arts for supporting women in the arts, and especially us. And we did a private gig on Tuesday and had so much fun with the sounds that they were like, "Do you want to bring that along?" I said, "Sure." It's just fun. It's just fun. Speaking of fun, Pastor Dave mentioned that we will be back in February. It is going to be an all-Spanish concert. Absolutely join us for that. You heard about the Broadway concert that we're doing. And then we will dismount our season in June, or actually at the end of May here in Cannon Beach, and we really look forward to that. We are very proud of our new Venmo account. So thank you for all of you that followed that QR code. And we are a nonprofit, and we do operate entirely on donations. So thank you so very much for those of you that donated in the bowl. Those of you watching online, if you want to hop online to northwestpianotrio.org, donate there or find us on Venmo or however you want to donate to us. We will be happy to take your money and put it to very, very good use. Hannah said it all, I think, with being whole humans and how we relate to one another and have a broad set of emotions, especially around the holidays. And all of the news that's coming out right now, it's just so hard to remain joyful and hard to be together when we know that people are suffering. So thank you so much for being here and encouraging us, coming out of your homes here to hear live music, watching online. And we want to leave you with one more tune that is our sentiment to you and our gift to you. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Amen.